Welcome to the project demonstration of Team 89. Our project focuses on analyzing the housing prices and the cost of living in Australia. We collect Australian social media data from the Reddit platform through the cloud-native architecture developed on Melbourne Research Cloud. We use Kubernetes for container orchestration, Fission for data collection and processing, Elasticsearch for data storage and indexing, and Kibana for initial visualization, and Jupyter Notebook is used as the front-end display result. Our analysis includes sentiments analysis, keyword statistics, comparison of sentiments trends among cities, and the patterns of sentiment changes over time, revealing the true attitude of Australian people towards housing and the cost of living. Now let's see our system in action.
Here is our data harvest function. We use subreddit and geoterm to ensure all the posts are from Australia, not from international. And we use the keyword all about our topic, cost of living, and house affordable, living affordable. All the data will be stored in the Elasticsearch with the index of Reddit post 2. Here is our Kibana dashboard. We use some port forward code to access. We use it for visualization data and monitoring our data. Because we have fission function and time trigger every 30 minutes, the fission function will automatically run, and we can see up-to-date data in this website. It's really clear.
Hello everyone, I'm Gu K. In this project, I did 3 part tasks. The first one is I created and configured 2 config maps to store data, like the username and password for Elasticsearch, and to store parameters for our data harvester. The second task I did is that I create a fission function to do sentiment analysis with our data. As you can see here, this is our new data. As we run our sentiment analysis function, okay, sentiment for the Reddit post 2 data has been updated. We refresh this page. This is the data. As you can see here, it now has a sentiment score field. This sentiment reflects the emotional value of this post, which is useful for our data analysis. The last job I did is to create a RESTful API to expose data to our front-end Jupyter Notebook. In our Jupyter Notebook, we can use a URL as a command to fetch data. So this URL takes 3 parameters. The first one is our local host. The second one is the date, the from date, and the third one is our to date. So we are going to search data from 2024 January 20 to 2024 April 21. In order to run this successfully, we have to make sure our router service is open. Now it's open. So we run this notebook. Cool. Our API returns some data. The first line is our is the average sentiment for all fetch data. The second line is the number of fetch data. The third one is the time range we were going to search. And it also can return a data frame like this. So as we can see here, the timestamps corresponds to our expectation. We can also use another URL in this format to specify the subreddit we are interested in. So if we are only interested in subreddit, which is Sydney, we run this again. And as you can see here, we fetch data with subreddit Sydney, only Sydney, no other subreddits. And the number of fetch data decreases. This RESTful API is very useful for our data analysis in later parts. Thank you.
Now let me introduce the front-end part of this task. Jupyter Notebook as the front end of this project communicates with backend Elasticsearch through RESTful API to obtain data. First, make sure to establish contact with the backend. Then we will send an HTTP GET request on Jupyter Notebook to the backend API endpoints, triggering the corresponding fetching function to return the data we want to us through the API. The RESTful API design pattern enables us to flexibly filter the desired data. We can filter on release date and subreddit to obtain the desired data set. These are two pictures shows the top 15 frequent keyword. On the left is the bar chart showing how many times each keyword appears. On the right hand side, the pie chart shows their proportion in the total data. This chart shows the 3 most frequently occurring keywords and their changing emotional trends over time. It can be seen that people's attitude toward this topic have changed over time. Then, in this chart, we compare the trends of sentiment change regarding cost of living issue in the 5 major cities of Australia along the time pipeline. But we can see it's a bit messy here. So for this set of picture allows you to freely choose the subreddit you want to study and will its mood change at different time period. So for now is for Melbourne. Let's change to Sydney. Now we can see the difference between different cities. This picture shows the emotional trends when people post during the 24 hours of a day, reflecting the patterns of emotional fluctuation throughout the day. And the second chart shows the number of posts in each time period, which can review the most active time period when people discuss these topics. And the last one is a chart about the emotions of renters, which statistics the emotional distribution of all posts related to renting.